Hello, everybody. This is Goldfinger from the Goldfinger Minute. And I can take that applause right now. All right. Another day in paradise. Let's check the sound. I have a few people here. Let me know how we're hearing and how it's listening. Is it good? I'm going to check my mic right now, and I should be pretty good. So today is a mic test day. Unfortunately, I will not have Paul this morning. Paul is out getting goats for his property. He went to get 2 goats to clear his property. Dave says it sounds good. Thanks, Dave and Duma. But I need somebody in the States or somebody in another country to hear the sound and let me know what's going on. Sounds good. Okay, I think I fixed at least the single mic I fixed. All good. How much weight have I lost? I don't know. I don't go on the scale. I go on the scale once a week and aggravate myself. Sounds good. Where are you at, Norbert? I need to get some people that are outside of Dumageddon. Locally, it's always been good. Locally, the problem I've had is satellite feeds to other countries. So, I need to make sure you can hear special effects and things like that as well. Getting lawnmowers, huh? Well, that doesn't sound like fun. That means you got to work. USA, sounds good. Thank you. All right, thanks. Canada. Hello, Canada. How's it sounding in Canada? We're good and clear? Rhode Island's loud and clear. Okay. No popping. I need to check this because I can't check at my end. I can only hear what I'm feeding in, but not what you're hearing. And last time I went live, I had some pretty upset people. I'm in a cave. I don't know if I'm in a cave, but yeah, feels like it sometimes. I'm in Dumageddon. It's nice here. I got to tell you, I like living here. It's a lot more comfortable to live here than anywhere else I've been. I go to Ireland and just sit back and drink wine coolers and be in a hammock. I mean, Maryland sounds good. Okay, 1-0. Thank you, my regulars. Well, now I know where you are, 1-0. You're in Maryland. Anyway, so Paul, again, I'm going to say Paul will not be with us today because he is getting goats for his property to clear the weeds and grass. He got the property fenced in that he's going to be building in Darwin, the house, and now he's getting goats. I'm not sure if the neighbors won't steal them. I don't know. BCG. All right. Well, BCG is very beautiful. I think it's pretty expensive though in BCG, but I know it's almost like living in the U.S. in a big city. Aussie. Okay, all I got is DR. Well, welcome back. You sound much better than the last one. I know it was pretty bad. We dialed in the microphones. I actually am ordering new mics again, believe it or not, for the 4th or 5th time. There's no way to beat it. You have to have a decent mic to have a decent sound. Your backdrop is a cave? Yeah, that's right. Okay, now I see it. Okay, we could change the backdrop. Let's change the backdrop then. The backdrop is a beautiful cave, but let's change that. Let me go here. That's image 5. Let's go to, what's this? Here, now I'm out in the open. Okay? Better, right? So now I'm a swamp. I'm a beaver. Oh, man. So, yeah, thank you. Sounds good. Tim's Beach Life. Where are you at, Tim? Where are you texting in from? I'm going to be adding voice soon to our chats, where people could call in and we could talk to them. Now that I finally got the sound much better. Great. I'm glad to hear it. I'm going to have people call in and they could talk about stuff. There will be it'll be about a 10-second delay on the chats just to weed out the ones that we don't want to go on. Frankie in the Philippines, prices have gone down in BGC since they cracked down on the POGO and started reporting the Chinese. I know. I heard that high rises are very cheap. You can get like $600 a month for a really nice high rise, which has a gym and a pool and a bar, a restaurant, and stuff like that. Hello, Jeff. Pattaya. Oh, interesting. How do you like Pattaya? I like Pattaya. I spent a few months there. I really enjoyed Pattaya, and I tried different. I was in Krabi. I was on. Can't remember the name of the beach, but the only thing is I got COVID, didn't pay my medical bill, and took off. They wanted like $10,000 for my medical bill, and I thought that was absorbent. After they told me they weren't going to charge me, then at the end they decided they wanted $10,000. 300,000 baht, a little over 300,000 baht, as I remember. It was about 30 to 1 at the time. And I go in, I don't have $10,000 to give you guys for medical. Are you crazy? It was a horrible hospital. It was dirty. It wasn't even clean. And everybody there, they had told me when I entered it would be no fee. And then they decided because I'm a foreigner, I'm going to pay full price as if it's a beautiful hospital. It was not a beautiful hospital. It was a dump with outdated equipment. So, yeah, I said adios. So I don't know if I can go back. I might owe $10,000. San Carlos City, huh? Tim's Beach Life. Confront Sunshine Shoulders. Oh, confront Sunshine Shoulders, and call you a wild pig. So Paul's not here, like I said. Paul will be back next week. And he's out shopping for goats at 6 a.m. this morning. He's probably back on his property by now with the goats. I don't know why you have to go to... you went to Zambo Gita, which is below Darwin. It's pretty far from where he lives. Probably about a 2 hour to 3 hour drive one way. Marilyn and I live in Banalad, which is just south of the Robinson Mall in Dumaguete. But she goes by Maria on her TikTok and Facebook, but she actually is Marilyn. Anyway, it's like a middle name, and it's pretty quiet because we're off the highway, but we're close enough to the highway, so it's good for her when she rents the motorbikes. It's easy access to us. So, Daryl, I spoke to him just yesterday. Yeah, he lives in Valencia, so that's just north of Dumaguete by 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the hills where Paul lives. A lot of people go to Valencia because it's cooler, not as humid, and it's a little bit, it's up a little bit, so it's a little higher and it's mountainous. He's doing fine. He's with Janessa. They got married. He's kind of keeping he's been playing poker a lot. I always hit him at a poker game or darts, but he comes into Ground Zero every once in a while and has some coffee. But I just spoke to him the other day. He was asking me about what's going on with why was I having problems. He's a computer tech too. He grew up with medical field and knows Windows, and we talked about some of the problems I'm having. I had a corrupted Windows software. What I had done is I updated my Windows because I got an update notice, and when they finished updating my Windows, it corrupted the whole thing, and including corrupted the video and the sound cards. So I had to go back and redo it again, and somebody else, I had to use Nick from Nick's Computer Fix. He has a YouTube channel, and he's close. He's a good friend. And he came over and spent several hours. And he's going, what the heck happened? He says, we got to take everything off, put it back on. So everything was corrupted. This is the problem when you have electronics. I'm not an electronic engineer. Never said I was. And this is very complicated, doing all this stuff. Okay? And I'm dependent upon other people to make sure that the computer's working right, or make sure I don't get any viruses or worms or whatever. Anyway, Daryl's doing fine. We went over a couple of things, and he said, "Yeah, that's typical." And I talked to him about bandwidth and how to test it and what's good and what's bad. Hey, you can hear me. Thank you. Where are you from? Dolphin. Oh, we're just going to call you Dolphin. Seaweed Hero. Yeah. Is that really gold beaver? I don't know. I don't know where the background is. Is that really gold beaver? It could be. Where are you calling from, Seaweed? So yeah, I definitely got the mic covered for both 1 and 2 mics. I'm going to be buying new mics anyway. Mike, a lot of people told me to go Apple. It's a lot better. It's a lot easier. But I'm just not about to start changing all the way over now. I'm a Windows guy. Everything I have, I have Android phones. I have Windows operating systems. But I know Apple is easier. And Daryl also told me Apple would be better. They deported the Chinese, Andrew, because they had a lot of problems with Chinese doing illicit things, which was including child porn. There was an underground theft ring. But you know what? You're going to have somebody else explain to you what POGO is. They deported 220,000 Chinese out of Manila about 2 or 3 months ago. And that made prices really drop as far as real estate and rents. But they had a lot of problems. There was a lady who was like dealing in all kinds of things, drugs, you name it. I don't use a background mic for people walking around because it distracts. Everybody is walking around. It distracts from my conversation. I took a video of the mall, a couple long ones, hour long, and I decided just to erase them. I found it very distracting. So I don't do that. I do have one with a river, which is flowing. He thinks you're e-begging. I don't know. What am I e-begging for? Lost in the Philippines. But I don't know who Ricky Drama is. Sorry. Care less. Anyway, turning in from the Triangle Mountain, New Victory. Oh, from Canada. Okay, cool. Now I see seaweed. TRT. What is TRT? I don't know. You need to take TRT. I'm not sure what TRT is. One of my friends is taking Ozempic, I think it's called. Ozempic. He's going to tell me how that works. His friend lost a lot of weight in about 90 days using Ozempic. I don't know if that's good for you or not. A lot of these medicines, once you go off of them, he's taking shots. A lot of these things, you go on them to lose weight. When you go off, you just gain it back. Want to watch the river flow? I got to find that one. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on a second. Let me go to OBS. River video. Let's see if it's this one. There you go. There's a river. Luckily, I put a name on it. Okay, so there it'll come up in a second. Testosterone replacement therapy. Well, I went and had testosterone checked, and they said it wasn't low. So I don't think I have a low testosterone. They're not going to give me testosterone unless it's low. I have low energy. Well, that's your opinion. I don't think so. Was in Metro Manila and Panglo and Bohol last year. Love Philippines. Yeah, I spent time in Bohol. I didn't like Panglo myself. Too crowded. There's a lot of Koreans, both in Panglo and also in Taglabaran, I believe it's called. So what I went is I rented a car on Bohol and went to the other side of the island and went to Anda. Much quieter, peaceful, beautiful, long white beaches, and great little resorts you can go to on the other side of Bohol. It's a professional troll. Well, we don't need those. I Yeah. Well, it's I didn't ask for money. I asked for help. You guys can help any way you want, but the poor guy has Monty has the C word. We're not allowed to say that on YouTube, I don't think. But he needs help. I'm not e-begging for myself, brother, but I'll be happy to e-beg for somebody else, and I'm proud of it. So if you don't like it, that's up to you. But when a friend's in need, and I have a way of collecting something to help him, that's what I'm going to do. Whether you want to call it e-begging or not, I help my friends. And Monty is a good guy, and he's a friend. So that's the way it is. Watching from San Diego. I'll be in Cebu in a car from a month of August. Can't wait. Great. Make sure you get a chance to get out of Cebu, because Cebu is a little bit crazy. Try to get here for more than a month and try the province. It's really nice, Kevin. Where are you from, Kevin? Oh, it's watching from San Diego. You're from San Diego. Okay, I see that now. San Diego's nice, but not cheap anymore. It used to be cheap. So, 1-0 says Ricky Drama's Fred Flintstone. All right. Well, we don't need Ricky Drama. Sorry. He's entitled to his opinion. It's a free world. But I only ask for other people. I don't ask for myself. So I don't think it's begging. Anyway, so today I'm going to be going to Ground Zero. I'm going to meet my friend Jack. He might be on here right now. He hides in the background and watches me. Jack's a cool guy. Spent a lot of time in Vietnam, so I want to ask him a little bit more about Vietnam, because I'm going to be going there. Well, he didn't get scammed on the property. Actually, the property got it at a very decent price. Got it from a friend, so he didn't get scammed on the property. He got scammed a bit on the building costs on it, but we all get scammed when we're here. I got scammed by girls when I first got here, so it's not a big deal. I'm sure you've been scammed in your life too, so it is what it is. You live and learn. You learn from your mistakes. Austin, Texas. How you doing, Gerald? Okay. How's the sound, Gerald, in Austin, Texas? Because I'm trying to get a wide reach and hear how everybody can hear me. If you need me to be louder, or am I loud enough? You guys can hear me clearly. So I'm just trying to check. REM, huh? Monty got a raw deal. Well, Monty actually did. He had a great business, and he got taken by his employees. They took advantage of the fact that he wasn't in the country. No, Tim, I don't carry a beached. Tim, it seems to me like you're kind of being an actual troll. So, you know what? We're just going to give you a timeout. We're putting you in timeout, so you're out for 30 minutes, buddy. Bye. Okay, so Andrew's watching from Orange Grove, Texas, close to Corpus Christi. I've been there. Weather is about the same as it is there at 8 o'clock at night. 86 degrees, a little bit warm, high humidity. Oh, yeah. Cool. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for sharing that. How's the sound? It sounds good? Sound is good, he says right there. Sound is good. Gerald says sounds good. All right, well, seems like the sound is fixed for at least the one mic. Loud and cleared. Okay, good. Anyway, so I'm afraid Paul won't be with us today, like I mentioned earlier, and we'll have to give him some sad music. Aw, Paulie's not with us, and I like Paul. Paul's a good guy. Paul's helps a lot of people. Sound is great. Thanks, Manny. Sound is good. Thanks, Andrew. And sound is good in Texas. Great. Well, we definitely fixed the single mic problem. Now we're going to end up trying a dual mic. I'm going to see somebody that can go live before Paul comes next week, Wednesday. And I'll probably come back on Friday night. But we solved the one mic problem. I'm also going to get new mics anyway. I want to get the Shure 7 MBs, I think they're called, or SM7Bs. Those are like the premium mics that all podcasters use. That's the good part, and the bad part is they're $440 a piece, and I need two of them, so not cheap. Dolphins in Idaho, huh? Via Florida has pasted. Is that okay? So old dog is still kicking, and he's fine. I think you're. I don't know what pasted is, so we have to speak English here, Jeff. So probably whatever you hear. I heard old dog took his own. Okay, here. Okay, so Jeff, since you're going to be, let's see, let's just put you on timeout. You get one warning. You get one timeout, Jeff. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Bye. So we retracted those messages by Jeff Hoffman. Yeah, another troll. You get them. You get them from time to time, guys. And I try to be nice, but most likely I'll end up deleting Jeff and the Tim guy beforehand. What was that other guy's name? Tim's Beach Life. Tim's Beach Life and Jeff Hoffman. Okay, fine. We'll got you. Landing in Makati. Okay, cool. On July, coming up real soon, just a few weeks away. Early retirement. Good for you, Big Slick. Good for you, Big Slick. That'd be wonderful. I remember the first time I came out here, and I was so lost, but I was welcomed by a lot of people that were here, and I was lucky, and everybody guided me and told me what I needed to do. But I was lost. But once you get outside your comfort zone and you find new people, it really is wonderful to get away from America, to be honest with you. Troll views matter. Well, if yeah, not here, not on my channel. Don't care to listen to trolls. They're just troublemakers. No, not in his car. I hope. No, he's not hauling in his car. I think the guy has a wagon. He'll be following Paul back from Zambogita back to his property. Have you met any expats who also run scooters rental business? Thinking of a Q Adventures in Lapalava, friend of regular guy, Scotty Boy. I've met two people that rent scooters, and there's a third one that I use. The third one that I is John's motorbike rentals. I haven't met him, but I refer people to him when I don't have the bike that they want. I have a limited number of ADVs and PCXs and things like that, and NMAXs. On the bigger bikes, there's a limit. So it's a pretty big investment. And so I'll refer them to him. But I've met two local here in Dumaguete also. They're Filipinos run. I've spoke with a Filipino girl. I don't remember her name offhand. I have it written down, but it's not on the tip of my tongue. And I spoke with another one that rents. And there seems to be plenty of business for everybody. It's not. But I haven't met actually expats on the rental business. I seem to be one of the only ones. Well, that's the way we are. We're thinking young ones and zeros. That's just the way. Remember when haters watch? Well, I put them on timeout. They can watch. They can still watch. Manny, Frankie in the Philippines. I'm on the next plane. We won't say that. After I had find a remote job. Unfortunately, that's a tall order. I'm not 62 yet. Well, you don't want to come out here needing a job. I'll tell you that, Frankie. Andrew, what do you think about the conflict in the Middle East and U.S. response to the destruction of the enriched uranium plants? Well, I think he took them out, and I think it was a good idea. Personal opinion. We can't have a country as crazy as Iran creating nuclear, and they did threaten the U.S. as well, and they've continuously have threatened the U.S. So, for the sake of safety for the U.S., I don't think there was much of a choice. I haven't heard about the flogger rules. I've heard somebody else talk about that. vlogger rules changing, but I haven't seen the actual rules or what they are yet. Um, well, basically, by putting them on timeout, they can still read. Manny, they can still read the chat and they can still watch and listen. They just can't comment. But I really don't want trolls. Trolls could go F themselves. Good morning. Glad your vlogging is not affected as you have had no people in the background in your studio. Well, I was sick and we had no internet for 2 weeks of this month. Literally for 2 weeks of this month, I was sick for a week and a half, and we've had no internet. So I was unable to record anybody because I couldn't talk. I had a cough, a really bad cough, and nobody wants to be with you in a single room when you're sick, so they don't want to catch it either. So I'll start recording this coming week, and then we'll start putting some up. I have people asking me to come here, so yeah, I doubt the ceasefire. The ceasefire is not going to last, Andrew. That's sorry about that, but that's never going to happen. Dave says, Goldfinger, I need to send you an email. We have a lot of discuss before we meet. Okay. All right, Dave, you got my email address. You should if you got the ebook. Dan says, Dan in Detroit, hello. Hello, Dan. When is the next live stream dog and pony show going? Next week, Wednesday. So he does every Wednesday morning, like this time right now, usually about 9 a.m., and we go from 9 to 11 a.m. Here in which will be your evening in the States. You live around there. Yeah, I live very close to Southview, Dave. Of course, we have signs up on the gates and signs at the street advertising Carolyn's business of Easy Rider Rentals. So it's pretty hard to miss me because we rent from our home. That's the beauty of here is that you can still run a business from your home, which is the way it used to be in the States. You used to live above your business, and let's say you had a hardware store. Your hardware store, you wake up, you go downstairs, have a cup of coffee, turn the sign from closed to open, and then you unlock the door, you turn on the lights, and you have a business. It was real simple until they got to zoning laws and decided that people can't live where they work, which didn't make any sense to me at all. Wasn't in the best interest of the people to have to travel to work, especially if you own your own business. So, all right, Dave. I don't know why you sound like a weirdo to me, but I'm not even going to go there. I think you got a timeout on that one, Dave. Another. Are you turning into a troll? So let's see. Let's put you on a timeout. So you got a 30-minute timeout. I don't know if I'll be on for 30 more minutes, so you may not be able to say anything more. Yes, thank you very much, Paul. I am feeling great. Yeah, I got a new project for the kids going. We'll be talking about that in the future. For Christmas this year, we're starting another computer classroom with tablets, laptop for the teacher, big screen TV. But the only difference is we're going to have a charging station that locks. I found one made in Germany. You just slide the tablets in up to, say, 24 or 30 tablets, and it charges them overnight. And it locks. The cabinet closes and locks up. And it is fireproof, too, so just in case there's a problem. And it has fans that cool it off. So we'll be doing that for the kids. I'll be asking for help on doing that. No, I haven't been in any freshwater lakes in Duma. I don't really actually know of any freshwater lakes in Duma. There are some on islands, but not a whole lot close to Duma. Freshwater lakes are far and few between. There is a lake. I haven't been to it. It's about 2 hours away. So do I rent bigger bikes or just scooters? Well, I rent scooters. The biggest I carry is 160s. So Honda ADV and Honda PCX or NMAX 155s. That's as big as I go. There are people that will rent X Maxes and real motorcycle, shifting motorcycles. with gearbox. But most of those are in Cebu or Manila, not so much in Dumaguete. Dumaguete, I pretty much cater to an older crowd here. They're not, even though I've had a few that are very knowledgeable about bikes and have ridden off-road and on-road motorbikes with manual shifting. But I don't get into that because they start really tearing them up and they go into the mountains on the rocks and dirt. So I can't have that. Twin Lakes, yeah. Twin Lakes is north of me. It's about a couple hours. That's true, Mike. Fishing, it's not great, but there is fishing in Twin Lakes. It's more of a scenery area. Take a boat to the island, sit back at the restaurant. But so let's see. I'm going to be on this for another 15 or 20 minutes, guys, and then I'm going to call it a day. I just wanted to check the sound. It sounds like the sound is working just fine. I'm glad we got it fixed proper. I'm gonna add some special effects. Yay that we got it fixed. So we have all kinds of special effects I'll be adding in soon. Where do they get their water out there? Reservoirs collecting rainwater, any kind of evaporative systems making fresh water? Just curious. I honestly don't know. I don't think it's rainwater. I honestly don't know where they get their fresh water from, to be honest. I assume it's well water. And they don't use evaporative cooling systems here because it's so humid. It wouldn't work very well. So I don't like the Vespa scooters. I don't know. It's just me. I think they look stupid. They remind me of what's that critter called that they had on the one-eyed critter. I don't know. It looks weird. The Vespas look weird. Anyway, so I haven't bought any 2025s because they're just coming out finally. The last week or so, they've been coming out, and everybody snatches them up. I'm waiting for there to be an abundance. And then what happens towards the end of 2025 is probably when I'll buy them. They discount them a little bit because they'll get 2026. So I'm waiting another couple months before I buy any 2025s. Yeah, I don't have room for parking cars. They take up a lot of room. Well, the accident rate may be high, but imagine the accident you have in a car is going to be a lot more damaging, because the bigger the vehicle, the more damage it could cause, and the more cost of upkeep. So I leave that to other people. There are people that rent cars here in Duma, and Carolyn just needs something simple, and doesn't take up a lot of room and doesn't have a lot of maintenance, as far as cost of getting parts and taking it to a dealer to leave you for several days. So bikes are simple. Scooters are even simpler. The whole idea of the scooter system is for Carolyn. She actually runs it. I buy them, she runs them, and she rents them. And she could have a guy go to take it to Honda. She doesn't even ride scooters. She doesn't ride a motorbike. She has a e-cart. So she could have one of my workers take it to the Honda dealership to get oil changes and things like that. So it's a business that she could carry on should I pass, to be perfectly honest. She'll have enough money, income from that she could either sell it or live here and continue to run the scooter business. So that's the whole purpose of it. That was every expat tries to take care of their Filipina if they have a wonderful wife that they love. They want to leave a legacy. They want to leave something for them so that they're not just destitute once they disappear. You could do that with life insurance, but it's expensive. You could do it with buying property, but that's always a problem with buying property, as we all know. And so the way I did it is I put her in business, and her business is going to be scooter rentals. Mike says they get spring water. Okay. I don't know where spring they get it from. They get spring water here. And he's going to go to Cebu to buy a new scooter. Well, you could do that. I got to tell you right now, though, when you buy a new scooter and you take it off the lot, it's just like a car. It drops quite a bit in value. I would recommend that you find and he's doing this in November. I always recommend that you find a really good scooter that somebody buys and then decides that either they didn't want it, or they saw something else, or they're leaving, going back to their country. I find a lot of my scooters that way that have less than 1,000 kilometers on it, and basically, if anything that's less than 3 or 4 thousand kilometers on it, it's new. Okay, usually within 3 months of buying it, and they discount it quite a bit when they do that. So, and usually it's just like new; it's in the same year, so you'll be able to find a very good purchase at. I sell my bikes off. I sell them cheap. Okay, so evaporators for water. Okay, that's what you're talking about. Well, according to Mike, they use spring water. Okay. I do not own a drone, and I do not know how to fly it. There is a drone service here by Alex, a Russian fellow, very nice seaweed. He's down and down, and he does do that hire for videotaping for property and things like that. If you need to reach him, you can just contact me. Sound is great. Well, thank you, Richard. Where are you from, Richard? Let me know. Have you seen any gold, silver shops there? Now, they have pawn shops, but they're here in Dumaguete. They're not knowledgeable on precious metals, so you'd have to go to Cebu. Yeah, condensed steam. I get it, but they don't have that here. What do you know about metal detecting on the beach? It sounds like a fun way to pass the time. Yeah, I thought about that. I don't have time for it, but I thought about that. And you'd have to order it. You either got to bring it with you, or you're going to have to order it on Amazon. The best ones, of course, are like whites or things like that. There's some really good ones. I never see them on the beaches checking, but they have a lot of great beaches that people travel to. And I'm sure they lose jewelry and stuff. So the thing is, mostly people now are wearing silver or costume jewelry. They're not wearing gold like they used to. But you can find coins and stuff like that. So, yeah, you could do that. But I don't know too much about it. I'm sorry, Andrew. I used to do it as for fun back in the States, but I've never done it here. Yeah, let me know when you get here, Mike. We can talk about that. Isn't there a waiting period for new scooters versus used? At dealerships, Tony, I don't recommend a used scooter unless you're buying it first off with less than 5,000 kilometers on it, like 3,000, less than 6 months old, and buy it from a foreigner. I wouldn't buy it from a local citizen. Unfortunately, they don't do oil changes here, like I would. Okay, I mean, we read the instructions, we do the oil changes, we worry about it. We know it has an air filter that has to be cleaned. We know it has gear oil that has to be changed. We know it has oil filter, and oil. They don't always have oil filters, but oil that has to be changed. But Filipinos typically use the bike until it's dropped dead. So I never buy a bike that's previously been owned or is owned by a Filipino. Now, it may be prejudice, but that's just my cookie cutter. I found there'd be a problem when you buy bikes you buy it from a Filipino. But there are a lot of expats that come and then something happens back home and they have to sell everything. So I've bought bikes that had 200 kilometers. 200. It's as new as you can get. Okay. Then have the odometer cable disconnected. Well, okay, well, so then you're getting a bike that's probably older. It's going to break down. I don't do older bikes. Yeah, you get bikes that they take out the light bulbs. I mean, everything's possible, but you're not buying it from me, or you're not renting it from me. From Illinois. Okay, thanks. Oops. Thanks, Richard. Oh, they're changing the name. Okay. Well, that stuff that you're talking about is from History Channel, and that's deep inside mines that were booby-trapped, and I don't think you're going to find that with the gold metal detector. I do not sell trikes. They don't have them here in Dumaguete. I would buy some to rent out because some guys don't have good balance, and so a trike would be great, but that's something in the future. You don't have to wait for registration. You could buy a bike and ride it right away. That's a misnomer. You get a temporary registration when you buy it. So you could buy the bike and ride it immediately as long as you have a driver's license. Oh, what's the sound? It was neither wires or sound software. Actually, it was software. Uh, so what it was, Mike, was Windows was corrupted. I had let's see, I had gotten a notice to update Windows, and when I did, it completely messed up my Windows and my soundboard and my video board. And so I had Nick come over, who's a computer tech, and he went in there and he goes, "What the heck's going on?" He says, "Everything's haywire." I go, "I know." So he took everything else and reloaded everything again and fixed it. Would you still choose Dumageddon or someplace else? I like Dumageddon, but I haven't been to a whole lot of places. I haven't traveled much. I'm one of those people that I find a place, I'm comfortable, that's it, I'm done. But there are nicer places in Dumageddon, Paul. I haven't been to Downwind. I haven't been to Ilo. If you like it quieter, you can go to smaller province areas like Zambogita, which is below Downwind. It's quieter, beautiful beaches, stuff like that. I haven't really traveled that much. I'm not a big traveler. I'm a homebody. So once I found a place that I'm comfortable with, I just didn't travel. But I wouldn't say Dumagetti's the perfect place. I just feel comfortable here. I find motorbikes when scooters. I have 2 or 3 people that I've dealt with that buy and sell them. They don't rent them; they just buy and sell. So there's two, at least 2 that I can think of right now, or maybe 3, that will contact me if they have a really low. They know I want it from an American. They know I want low kilometers, and they know what I want and a fair price, discounted price. But it has to be fairly new. They'll contact me if they have something that comes in new and low and something like I'll use, like a scooter. Or I buy new from the dealer. Just tuning in. Hello. From Queens, New York. Hello, W. Is Monty in the hospital? I know his son came recently. As far as I know, he needs to go into the hospital, but he does not have the money or he does not have insurance. So he needs a couple $1,000s to get what he needs done. He has the C word, and it's spread through his lymphoids, and he has a wife and daughter, so he's going to need to go into the hospital soon. So he's trying to raise enough funds to pay for that. Unfortunately, he didn't carry insurance. I strongly suggest everybody carry good health insurance when they come here, and you can get that information out of the ebook that I have. Hello, Delta. Good morning. Rodney Black's on. Great to see you fix the sound system. Yes, thank God, finally, right? Sorry, Paul's not here today. He's getting goats. Sound is great. Thank you. Iloilo is above average temps for the Philippines, and hurricane season is worse. I may be wrong, but if that's true, I'm not interested. I've heard Iloilo is very beautiful too, though. So, depends on whether, certain months of the year. You only have a few months where there's really bad weather seasons. So, if you're willing, if you're just renting, you can move on. Lois helping. Okay, yeah, Shelby W. He really needs a power of attorney if they have something like that to help him. He's going to get turned over to the U.S. consulate or embassy. They're going to have to take care of him. He isn't 100% there, and he needs help. He actually needs a caretaker. The hotel is trying to find him a caretaker. That was the guy that was on Paul's channel, Shelby, and he came here. He had lost his wallet in Seattle, so Lowell helped him quite a bit and got him started. Got a new card coming. Got him some clothes, some food. Thanks, Mark. In Alaska, wow, that's great. Loud and clear. So I think he's going to end up being taken care of by a caretaker because Lowell says he has to move on. He has other things he wants to do. Ilo is modern, clean, and simple. He says it's boring. I don't know. But a boring place to live. I don't know. I haven't been there. But there are nice places. There's a lot of nice places. There's to live. You're just going to have to find a place that you like. Well, we're not allowed to, Rodney, actually have a YouTube channel to raise funds for a particular person. They have some strict laws here about fundraising. We can ask for help. We can't use the word donation. Okay, they have some strict laws here about that. So without using that's like a bad word, donation. I don't know why, it just is. The churches are very strong here, and they don't believe in anybody else to get funds for anything else. But of course, people could help other people, and but we can't just have a fundraiser. So for that, we can't do that. You're welcome, Paul. Seaweed says, do you eat an apple a day to keep the doctor away? I actually do eat an apple a day. And you'll keep the doctor from earning his bread. I actually, I do eat an apple a day. I like apples. That's about the only fruit. Everything else has too much sugar. Berries are good, but you don't get too many berries here that are fresh. Berries and berries are few and far between in the marketplace here in Duma. They usually are overripe or they don't keep very well because of the weather here. But you see strawberries once in a while, but that's about it. Blackberries, blueberries, those kind of berries, or raspberries, those are all better for you, but you can't get that too much here. Not in Duma. Now, maybe in Cebu or Manila, but not here in Duma. But I do eat apples, and I like apples. And apples have fiber, so apples are good. I eat salads. I'm not 100% on top of my trying to lose weight right now, especially when you're sick. When you're sick, you don't feel like dieting, and dieting is a horrible word. Yeah, apples and oranges are imported from South Korea. I do like the oranges they have here. I have had some oranges, but they're usually full of sugar, so I kind of keep that down as well. Hey guys, don't forget to hit the like button. I got over 100 people viewing, and I only have 26 likes. Let's hit that like button, guys. Come on. I do like the oranges. I like the apples. I like the vegetables if they're steamed or a little bit butter cooked. So you can eat healthy here, but you have to be careful, especially when you go out, because they use sugar in everything here. The bread has everything has sugar. They're really big on breads and sweets. So that's the crook of it. Basically just got to be careful where you go and what you have to ask them. What did you put in that burger? Did you put bread in the burger as a filler or something else? Churches are against other outfits fundraising. Yes, that is correct. Don't want anyone else getting a slice of the pie. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything bad about churches. That's another thing, is you don't talk bad about the Philippines. I'm a guest here. It is what it is. Mangoes are all over. Yes, mangoes are good, but they're high in sugar. Thank you. Thank you very much, Seaweed. Yeah, go ahead and hit that like button, guys. I'm only at 1/3, 34 likes to 100 people viewing. So mangoes are really tasty, and if you don't have a weight problem, mangoes are fine, but they are high in sugar, so you got to watch it. They have watermelon here. Watermelon's very good. Yeah, Monty's in a bad way because he didn't have health insurance, and he has the C word, and it's gone to his lymph nodes. And Paul asked me to see if he's asking all vloggers if they can pool some help together and see if we can get him the operation he needs. At least, if nothing else, provide something for his wife and children. Should something happen to him, we don't want him to be destitute. I'm sure he's worried about them too, because I do know the wife will get a certain percentage of his income upon his demise, so that's good because he set that up. Mangosteen, oh yeah, mangosteen's good. That says Mark in Alaska, and so anyway, it's just not everybody pre-plans very well. So you really need to get health insurance. I use Michael Onstead, Pacific Cross. There are a couple others that you can check on, but I found Michael to be pretty good. I just paid my premium literally, I think 2 weeks ago. It went up from 48,000 to 58,000 pesos. So it was under $900 a year, and now it's a little over $1,000 a year. But I am a year older, so that's the way it is. It's 100% coverage. It covers me up to 1 million pesos. And pretty much 1 million pesos will cover a lot, awful lot. It would cover open heart surgery or stent or anything like that. So I do enjoy Philippine food, big, slick. Uh, uh, oh, you've been married to the Philippines for 31 years. Wow. Congratulations. That's a long time. I do like Philippine food. However, they do use a lot of soy sauce and oyster sauce in a lot of their foods. And it starts to taste the same after a while. I like different flavors. But the only thing, if I had a complaint, was they overcook the meat. I like whether it be beef or pork. I like it more on the medium to rare side. Okay, and typically Filipinos cook well done. Everything's well done. They really cook the hell out of it. So, and it makes it tough. So I don't like tough pork. Coconut water, yeah, Mike, got to come in here and get some of this. Lots of that. Lots of coconut water here. That's healthy, especially if you're doing a fast. I do coconut water all the time. I'm trying to get down to one meal a day. So if I get really hungry, excuse me, oh, got a yawn. If I get really hungry, I'll have an apple in the evening before going to bed, or a small salad. But yeah, pork. I like pork medium. I don't like it well done. So that's just me. Yes, not so much rare, but medium. Most meat is cooked like jerky here. Yeah, it is really. They really cook the hell out of everything. Um, you can, you know, when meat is I'm going to say juicy, and you see some red, it's not like chicken. Okay, it's okay to eat meat with some red. It's not actually blood. Okay, but chicken, no, chicken has to be thoroughly cooked. Now the chicken here, I find the chicken really good at most chicken places that they pre-sell chicken. So Crispy King is good. There's a lot of places that sell chicken here. That's a big thing, and I can just order it. It's so cheap, so why even bother cooking it? I just have it delivered. Um, hey, Rodney, thank you very much. I will pass this on to Mondi. You did this before also, so that's twice you've done it. Thank you very much. Um, oh, you get the chicken. So, just food that's hot is okay. Have you started getting? Okay, let's go back here. Nuts are good. I eat almonds, so almonds are good. Roasted almonds, no salt. Well, in Bahia, yeah, I don't know if they even have. They have a great deli here. Hi, Jack. I'll be seeing you in a little bit. So, steak tartare is nice. I don't, Bahia. I haven't been to Bahia to try their steak tartare. Um, Actually, I haven't been to Bahia. Bahia is a restaurant in North Point, I believe. I haven't been there. I've just been to the deli. The deli is so good. Every time I go up that way, it's either Cafe Racer or Payapi. No popcorn. I don't eat popcorn. It's a carb. Uh, in order to get decent quality. Well, if you're going out to eat, yes. Hey, thank you, Robin. Oh, Robin's got to get a woo! Hopefully it's not too loud. So, uh, oh, okay, let's see. Let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. Well, yeah. Thanks, Robin. Okay, Paul. Goldfinger, you're a great example of someone looking for and finding purpose in retirement. The joy you experience is a blessing the rest of us seize the day. I really enjoy my life. In fact, I enjoy the Philippines. I love it here. I'm so glad I came. I've never had a dull moment. It's really nice. So the reality of it says his wife and I ate at Bahia yesterday. Good food. Tacos were great. Okay, I'm gonna have to check out Bahia. Since two of you now have been there, I'm gonna have to check it out. Uh, yeah, I choked my chicken. How are the mosquitoes? Not so bad actually. Seaweed. Actually, I used to use herbal repellents, and they do have them here. You can buy at Watson's Medical. They have a citronella and lemon. I see they use eucalyptus and what is peppermint in a cream, and that's good for your skin. It's not bad. The problem is if you start using the opposite of on. I don't want to say the OFF word. So I use that, which has DEET, DEET. I use that daily and got infections from it, okay, because my skin actually started to break out where I was itching, and I actually ended up getting hospitalized because of DEET, DEET. Don't want the chemicals on your skin, I guess. So there is natural. The natural stuff, the citronella with, like I said, peppermint and eucalyptus oils are excellent, and they don't seem to bother me. Mosquito, I don't get too many mosquito bites anymore. I don't know why. I did when I first got here. I used to get mosquito bites all the time. I haven't gotten any mosquito bites in a long time, many months. Bacon chips, yeah, you can take bacon with you. Bahia is, you can just look it up. You can Google Bahia Restaurant. I believe it's in North Point. North Point is Dumaguete on the north end where Cafe Racer is and beyond. There's a new mall up that way. So they just call it North Point, Dumaguete North Point. So, but it's right on the main road. I've seen it because I've driven past by here. It's on the main road facing the ocean. So it's on the main drag. They may eventually bring a walkway up that way. They've been extending the Rizal walkway further and further north, so they may eventually have a walkway there. But there you go. You're welcome. In fact, the reality of it also answered you. I do have garlic, so I take, maybe that's why, I take lemon juice, calamasi, which is kind of like a little limes. I take paprika, cayenne pepper, cinnamon, garlic, and turmeric. And I mix that up and I have that once a day. So maybe that's keeping them away. They get bugs here. It's very humid, so they get a lot of bugs. I don't spray personally, but I have a service that comes out and sprays. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, audio's working good now, so I think we covered that. Eggs and avocados will be good for you. They do have avocados. They do have eggs here, so that's another great. I noticed the avocados, they don't last very long. You have to refrigerate them right away. In fact, Jack just gave me some avocados, and they went from hard to soft in like 2 days. It was crazy. Raw garlic, yeah, raw onion. Your breath will be horrible. Citrus fruit daily, yeah, all those things are good. Vitamin C is good. Garlic is good. Onions in a salad, maybe. So chopped up onion in the salad. I have salads with onions in it and garlic. So yeah. Oh wow, Andrew, thank you so much. Monty appreciates that. Again, let's give you a. Thank you very much. So got another $20 for Mr. Monty. Thank you very much. I don't know this particular brand, Bicardin. I'll have to check that out, Roland. But I use the citronella one. It's very good, and it doesn't seem to affect me, make me itchy or anything like that. And it's all natural, so I use that one. But I'll look up Picardin. Anyway, so guys, I've been an hour. I'm going to be calling it quits. I just wanted to make sure the mic was working. This really was a mic check. I see it's working. I've got nobody saying to me it's horrible. They can't hear me. It's going up and down. We seem to have solved the problem for the mic. Thank God. It's made by Sawyer. Okay, I will look that one up. In fact, I'm going to take a screenshot of this right now so I can look at it. Hold on. Let me get a screenshot. And boom, got it. So I will look that up a little bit later. Thank you very much, Roland. And you guys take care. I'll be back Friday night. I want to get some people, though. Thank you, Seaweed. I want to get some people on. I need to start doing some recording because I have been really offline for several weeks. Everybody says sounds good. Everybody says good. So now the next test is 2 mics. And I did try 2 mics yesterday. What I did was I actually went and uploaded to YouTube as a private. It wasn't actually. It was live. It was recorded, but it was private. And it sounded okay with 2 mics, but I want to get other people's voices because both of us were guys. And sometimes if you have a soft sound, because Paul has a higher tone, softer sound, I may not pick them up. I will enjoy my day. Thank you. Appreciate it. Stay healthy, as you say. What's going on? All of you guys take care. I appreciate it. I need to get some recordings out there. I'm going to interview a Filipino guy from the province, possibly today. And other than that, I love you all. I really appreciate it. All of you, take care. I'll say bye-bye now. And thank you for the helping with the Monty. I will total this up and get this off to Paul to get to him. Again, hope Monty pulls through. Give him my blessings, and I hope you guys too. See you soon. I'm going to end the stream, guys. Bye. Take care. Love you all.